Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you go back in time on my channel and see some of the older movie DVD collection reviews, you know that I am a big fan of Count Dracula. I've got my Dracula collection over here. I'm a big fan of Dracula. Vampires in general fascinate me, but nobody does it the way that the beloved Count does, right? So I'm a big fan of Count Dracula. Um, my alter ego is also called Count Dracula, so you can guess how fascinated I am with the Count. Um, and I try to watch as many movies and a few television shows as well about Dracula. Um, some are good, some are bad, and some are really bad, and some are really good. So I've been meaning to try and watch this one for a very long time. Just never got the chance to watch it until now. It's available on DVD and Blu-ray. Um, but this one was actually a British made-for-television movie, which, however, funny enough, was actually released on CBS. I just was reading it a little earlier today. So this one was supposed to be released in 1973 on CBS television. I guess maybe they, on the US side of things, is when they were trying to do that. But there was an address by President Nixon on the resignation of somebody called Spiro Agnew. I have no idea who they are, but somebody in their cabinet or something like that. So because of that, the broadcast was delayed. And instead of showing it later in that year, they pushed it to February 1974. So it's called 1974 Dracula when you look up things, and otherwise it's just known as Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's also affectionately called Dan Curtis's Dracula because he is the director who he also created Dark Shadows. So he's the one who came up with who directed this particular movie, and you have the late great Jack Palance as the Count. And if you don't know who Jack Palance is, please go and watch his old stuff. He's also done a little bit of comedy. So my dad is a big fan of him, and I am too. Although I haven't really watched that many movies of his. I just know him from, what was a show that he used to do? I forgot that. I think it's Believe It or Not. I think so. And also I saw a lot of reruns of those, and I watched a few movies with him as a villain or a lead. This is definitely up there as one of his best. So yeah, Dan Curtis's Dracula kind of is very similar to the story. There are some changes. So this is in Transylvania in May of 1987, where Jonathan Harker is going to see Count Dracula. He finds the Count rather abrupt and impatient. He wants to get things done to go to Carfax Abbey, and then he sees a photo of Harker's fiancée Mina and her best friend Lucy, and he suddenly gets a little disturbed and he leaves. Later, Jonathan Harker is almost attacked by three of the three wives of Dracula, but then Dracula comes and pushes them away. He is stuck there, and he's forced to write a letter to say that he's going to be staying in Transylvania for a month. Harker one morning decides to climb down the castle wall, and then he finds Dracula's coffin, and he tries to kill him, but one of the human servants comes and gets the better of him. And then the brides attack him once again, and he's turned into a vampire. So that's the difference. Then we see the Count going to to England, and basically after that, Lucy falls ill. Her fiance Arthur Homewood calls in Dr. Van Helsing because they don't know exactly what's wrong with her, and then he recognizes that it seems that she is possibly a victim of a vampire, and Dracula basically chose her because he wanted to make her a vampire as well, because she is basically the spitting image of his wife. I don't know the name that's actually mentioned, but yeah, Lucy basically just looks like his wife. So after that, a wolf basically comes in, basically Dracula in the form of wood, and attacks Arthur, and then Lucy basically rises from the dead, and then leaves, goes to Arthur's home. She tries to attack him, but then Van Helsing is able to stop her with a cross, and then she leaves. They go and find Lucy's grave, and then they kill her with a stake. And then when Dracula finds her dead, he goes completely berserk. And then he puts his attention on to Mina now, and then Mina is the one who lets Van Helsing know about the Demeter, the boxes of earth that are found in and that are gone to that particular place, Carfax Abbey, and that Jonathan went to meet Count Dracula to sell him a house. So from that they found out that the boxes of earth, meaning the native soil of Transylvania, which Dracula must lie in as when daybreak happens in the morning, so that that because he doesn't die, that's where they are. They discover that they try and find the place, but they come back and found that Mina has been attacked, and he forces her to drink his blood, meaning try to convert her, and he says he will take everything that they love. They, however, track him back to his house, and they're able to track him back, and then the castle, Van Helsing and Holmes finds the brides. They kill the brides. They also have killed Jonathan, who is now a bloodthirsty vampire. They push him down where he basically falls onto a spike, and he dies. Finally, they both fight against Dracula in a little bit of a anticlimax, to be honest. And finally, when in this kind of like a big ballroom, when they even the cross doesn't seem to work too much against him, just keeping him away a little bit, but he throws a table at them. And then Van Helsing pulls down one of the curtains. That seems to slow him down. Then, Arthur also pulls down several of the other curtains. That really weakens him. And then they push him towards the wall, and then Van Helsing kills him with a long spear. They leave him like that, and he doesn't go into flames. That's actually very different from what we normally see, or withers out completely. So after they leave, he's basically just like that, and the camera pans on to first him and then to the painting on the wall, which is basically showing Dracula and Lucy's lookalike, who was his wife, in the background, and they talk about a little bit about the legend of Dracula. So that's the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, although I did find the ending a little bit, like I said, a little bit anticlimactic. So you have Jack Palance as Count Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, Simon Ward plays Arthur Holmwood, Nigel Davenport plays Abraham Van Helsing. Simon Ward, who's also passed away, I have seen him in a few things. He was in Supergirl as Zor-El. Yeah, I've seen him in a couple of things. Nigel Davenport, very familiar name. I don't really know what I've seen him in. I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, those two names are pretty familiar to me. And surprise, surprise, Sarah Douglas plays one of Dracula's wives. She doesn't have a speaking role in it, but yeah, it was nice to see her for a little bit. And that's basically it. Jack Palance plays a great Dracula, to be honest. He is menacing. He is creepy. That's what a lot of the reviews actually said. I think that's the reason why it's been popular for such a long time. It was first released on VHS and Laserdisc. And what else? Apparently, Jack Palance was asked to reprise his role as Dracula several times, but he always declined it. I don't know why, but yeah. Palance anyway passed away quite a while back. When did he pass away? He passed away in 2006. So yeah, that's basically it. I will give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good night.